Not all gods came to rule. Some came to nurture, to shape, to breathe life into clay. Among the Anunnaki, one name echoes, not with power, but with creation. Ninhursag. Her name means Lady of the Mountain, but in the tablets, she is known by many names. Ninmah, Exalted Lady; Belet-Ili, Lady of the Gods; Mami, the Mother. That last title may surprise you, because it's not just ancient myth. It's the very word that would echo into every culture as Mami. The word we whisper as children in our most fragile moments may originate with the goddess who birthed humanity itself. This is Hidden Origins TV, and today we uncover the true legacy of Ninhursag, the forgotten mother of DNA. Long before kings walked the earth, before temples rose or empires fell, there was a genetic dilemma on our planet. The Anunnaki had come to mine Earth's resources, especially gold, to heal the atmosphere of Nibiru. But the work was harsh, the conditions brutal. The Igigi, the lower Anunnaki laborers, revolted. And in the aftermath of that rebellion came a plan. A new being. One who could survive the toil of Earth, adapted, obedient, intelligent. But this being needed something more than strength. It needed life. And to give life, they called upon her. Ninhursag was more than a healer. She was the chief geneticist of the Anunnaki, a bioalchemist, a womb priestess, a life crafter. Working alongside her half-brother Enki, she entered the deep chambers of the Abzu, the genetic labs buried beneath ancient Sumer. There, they combined Anunnaki DNA with that of a native hominid, what we now call Homo erectus. But the fusion wasn't simple. They attempted dozens of creations. Some were monstrous, others sterile, some too wild, others almost perfect. But it was Ninhursag who finally stabilized the genome. It was she who carried the successful embryo, and from her womb came Adamu, the first true human. This was not symbolic. The tablets state clearly, Ninhursag bore the prototype. She gestated it. She brought it into the world through divine surrogacy. She didn't just create humanity, she became its mother. And when Adamu proved viable, she repeated the process, this time with a female counterpart. Her name was Ti-Amat. Cloned from Adamu's essence, yet perfected with added traits. Together, they became the template of modern humanity. But Ninhursag didn't stop there. She began exploring new enhancements. Emotional range, artistic expression, intuition, compassion. Traits not typically desired by the command structure of the Anunnaki, but essential for evolution. And it's here that her true nature reveals itself. While Enlil saw humans as tools, and Enki as students, Ninhursag saw them as children. She taught them how to sing, to paint, to connect with Earth, to love. Some texts say she cried when the fall happened, when Adamu and Ti-Amat were cast out of Eden, because she knew they were not ready. She had not abandoned them, she was overruled. And from that day on, she became the quiet force behind our growth. In Egyptian myth, she is Hathor, the cow goddess of motherhood and the Milky Way. In later texts, She becomes Isis, the divine mother who resurrects Osiris and raises Horus. In Hinduism, echoes of her survive in Shakti, the divine feminine energy that animates the universe. But in Sumer, she was Mami, not a goddess to be feared, but a protector to be remembered. So why was she erased? Why don't modern religions praise her name? Because over time, the divine feminine was suppressed. The rise of patriarchal systems, both religious and political, required a masculine creator, one who gave laws, punished sin, and demanded obedience. A nurturing goddess didn't fit that narrative. So she was removed, the serpent was demonized, the mother was hidden, the sacred feminine became taboo. But fragments of her truth remain. In the spiral womb carvings on ancient megaliths, in the Madonna figures of early Christianity, in the myth of Gaia, Mother Earth, and in the genetic memory that responds to the word Mami with instinctual reverence. Modern science is only beginning to catch up. DNA, they now say, is not just a chemical sequence. It's a resonant code, a living language of frequency. And embedded deep within it are activation keys. Some researchers believe that certain frequencies can awaken dormant genetic potential. Others suggest our mitochondrial DNA, passed only through mothers, holds ancient memory. What if that memory comes from her, from the one who shaped our genome with care, who embedded in us the longing for peace, unity, beauty, the one who loved us into being? Today, in a world of war and division, the masculine archetypes of command and control dominate. But the tide is turning. The rise of intuition, emotional intelligence, and holistic healing, these are not trends. They are the return of the divine feminine. And Ninhursag, though forgotten by name, is remembered in every act of nurturing. She was not a myth. She was the womb of humanity. And perhaps she still watches, waiting for her children to rise, to remember who they are, to reclaim the sacred balance. This is Hidden Origins TV, and today we honored Ninhursag, the mother of DNA. Subscribe and share, because next we reveal the secrets of Marduk, the god who would be king. Stay tuned.